Hi, my name is Rachel Thompson, and I'm here with congressional candidate Bob Marx, and we're here to talk a little bit about some of the issues that we're facing in the 2nd Congressional District. So, Bob, I know one of the biggest issues that's come to light throughout your campaign so far has been the issues on GMOs. Can you kind of touch on that? Kind of what's your position on the GMO issue?
GMOs are basically artificial plants, genetically modified organisms, and they're being planted in Hawaii by large corporations like Monsanto. Many of my constituents, particularly in Maui and in Haleiwa, have expressed opposition to having GMOs on the shelf in stores without proper labeling. They believe that all of us should have a right to have proper labeling of our food so that we know what we're ingesting, and I agree with that.
Okay. Now, another big issue that's come to light throughout the campaign, and obviously on a national level as well, is the record unemployment rates. As a small business owner here in Hilo, what are some tips or ideas that you would have in trying to kind of stimulate our economy and maybe provide incentives to small business owners, how they can be more successful?
I've found that actually the 2nd District has a tremendous opportunity in agriculture. Agriculture needs to be expanded. That's one area for farmers. Land should be made available by the state and the federal government that's farmland as economically possible to farmers. And additionally, agricultural loans and small business loans need to be expanded so that people in agriculture can get those loans. But we have right now about maybe 15% of the food in Hawaii is grown here. The rest of it's brought in. It makes us extremely vulnerable to conditions outside of us. Strikes, tsunamis, earthquakes, just general worldwide problems that have always come sooner or later.
Oh, I agree with you 100% on that. Now, one of the last things I want to touch with you on today is the issue with education. I know recently there's been a proposal for a $22 million cut in the school bus program through the DOE. How do you think that's going to affect, the thousands of students in public schools? And, what are some of the other issues on education that maybe need improvement in our state?
I believe that first, having quality teaching is one of the highest priorities that any society can give to its students and people. We need to keep up with the rest of the world who are working hard to transform their students and their youth into competitive people in the world marketplace, to not prevent every child who's capable of doing the work from having a chance at higher education. And what's happened instead is we've had constantly growing tuition rates, and people have been left with huge student loans that they couldn't get rid of and couldn't deal with after they were done. Hurt the United States in the long run being competitive in the world marketplace, and those are the two things that I would work on very much in the educational realm.
All right, great. Well, it's been wonderful speaking to you today, and we look forward to seeing you back next week.
Thank you. Appreciate it.